Well, that could be the biggest surprise coming into K-pop ever for me. I've never expected to listen to just hear something like that.
Now you'll be reacting to the fourth solo song of their Wings album, and this is Suga's First Love. I'm going to start off this script with saying that this song may have some of the most relatable lyrics you may ever come across in a K-pop song for us musicians specifically. So Suga wrote in an interview that this is a meaningful song. First Love talks about the piano I used to play when I was young, which also means it was the only friend I had. I cried a lot while recording. I kept crying at the emotion explosion part in the later half. So this is about Suga's love for music and piano that prevailed even through his hardships. In the song, you'll hear him rapping from both like the piano's point of view and his own point of view. And so you'll hear him kind of change his voice to convey this story that he's trying to tell.
This is cool.
Let's get on with it.
Suga as Chopin. Chopin has a great quote about love and music. Yeah, he said, I tell my piano the things I used to tell you.
Oh.
Isn't that like so heart-hitting? Like,
whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suga!
It's like a Korean Morgan Freeman.
Whoa, like free rapping sort of.
Yeah, it's like narration and rap.
The
kind of distant piano in the background is like kind of helps the whole memory.
I feel so nice, mom. I feel so nice. 그저 손 가던 대로 거닐던 건반. 그때 너의 의미를 몰랐었네. 바라보기만 해도 좋았던 그때.
Setting up the groove now.
Oh, this is cute. When my height got a little taller, I can like imagine like a little kid growing. I love that. I didn't realize then your significance.
I can tell there's like a build of some sort to the story.
Yeah, but what's happening like now?
I'm digging his voice inflection as he raps.
Yeah.
Like it's like taking you on a journey and
It's like iambic pentameter.
Yeah, he's like, it's very rhythmic, pleasant.
Insert strings, you know?
This is quite the dialogue. Whoa.
Like both of them.
Yeah. And what's going on, I can't really explain necessarily. It just kind of, like, it has this open vibe, I guess. Like, it's not really strict to a beat, or it's not supposed to be groovy, but like...
Yeah, I can't take this. This is a lot.
Wait. Even when I pushed you away, you were firmly by my side.
This is such personification.
Yeah, this is incredible.
And it brings it back.
See, why was that from like minute one? Like
There needs to be more like...
that provides like necessary pacing to the song.
Yeah, there needs to be some sort of rhythmic drive to this tune.
That sounds like a clock at the end.
Yeah, it was a clock. Or was it a metronome?
No, I don't think it's a metronome.
Could be both.
Maybe.
You know the metronome? The acoustic metronomes that...
Yes. Does it
Acoustic metronome. Mechanical metronome.
Yes.
So I loved in the lyrics how he kept referring to like, I didn't know how important you would be. Like, relatable content, OMG. And then just like how he used hardcore personification with his instrument. Like, I can really relate to that because my horn is named Florian, and like, it's a person, and we're like best friends some days, even though we get mad at each other. But it's like, you're always there. It's always my fault. It's never you, you know. You're firmly by my side unless I knock you off a chair. You know, it's just
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's really nice.
the firmly by my side thing, that's like the one thing that almost got me. Because it was like, you're firmly by my side, like even when I try to push you away, like you're still there. And it's like,
Because you're too
yeah,
heavy.
haha, because I sometimes feel like I don't want to do anything, but like my horn's still there no matter what. And like, no matter what I do, like I always come back to it because I have to.
Yeah, like I like get it, but the way he portrayed it just came off kind of
Weird.
yeah. Like I think he, what is it called? Not personified.
Yeah.
Personified
yeah,
is a word. Oh, when you give life to an inanimate object.
yeah. I think he took it a little too far. Like I don't know. Like
I don't
maybe-
think it was too far. I don't know. I think it's very personal, but I think everybody's relationship with their instrument is personal.
I guess I don't know. Maybe because I don't see the music as like something that like saved me. I guess, or like something. I don't know. It was just. I guess it was like something I like kind of like grew to love. You know, like I was introduced to it and I was given the option to kind of pursue it. So I was just like, oh, I'm pretty good at this. I'll keep going. And then it became a thing. It was just like, oh man, this is great. You know, but it wasn't like something that like this is all I have. You know, like this is it. And I guess like if you look at it from that perspective, like then you could see how he got like the whole like, you know, like you were always with me, you were always beside me, like, you know, holding my hand. I was just like, some of that just felt like kind of odd to me, just because like I guess that's just not the way I see it. But like just like putting such like a like I mean literally transforming this piano into like a influential like being in its life, you know. Which is like, I don't know, there's something very interesting, you know?
Right, so this one was more relatable for you.
Yeah. Oh, I just think that it's relatable that you spend so much time with this instrument one-on-one that like in your head, I guess it does become a relationship of some kind.
Yeah, so first, can you relate to his story?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel it was conveyed through his rapping style and like the strings and instrumentals?
I mean, the thing is, it's like, as far as the rapping style is, like, most of the time whenever you hear the rapping, like, I don't know, the kind of the pacing and I don't know, the rough rhyming that kind of happens, like, there wasn't as much of that in this rap, I felt like it was very much more of him just going. Because at first I was like, wait a minute, this has a different kind of flow to it, but then I realized it's like, it's more of just like him doing this soliloquy, this dedication, and it just happens to music in the background, if that makes sense. Because the rhythm sometimes seemed a little like not quite there, but it was cool because it had like a human element to it. Like it didn't feel as much, like you couldn't necessarily dictate it, but like it was still really powerful because it's like, you know, it's just him just like freely like speaking, which was cool.
I liked the build-up that went along with the lyrics because it was very, like, he took space in between phrases in the beginning and he would just slowly start like having like a continuous flow of words. And when it got to the more intense part about when he was in despair and just hated everything, and even then the piano was there for him, and even when he didn't want to play, it was there for him. That's when like all the instruments came in and it started building, and that's when he got louder, and it was just a really gradual but really effective grow and decay of the song. I was getting a little like choked up there in the build part, especially when the line about like, you were there to see my birth, you'll see my life, and you'll see my death, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's so real.
Well, that could be the biggest surprise coming into K-pop ever for me. I've never expected to listen to just hear something like that.
You okay?
Yeah.
Surprised neither of you cried.
Huh?
Oh no, it's this close.
This
Yeah.
I was like telling myself like, dude,
Yeah,
cry in front of the
yeah.
camera.
How does that relate to your guys' experience with the piano?
Dude, I don't know
I
about Brandon. I can't share
I can't
this
go
on
this.
camera.
Yeah, no,
okay,
it's getting, yeah.
It's, I mean, the thing is that like when you're a musician, like you don't simply just decide one day that you're gonna like throw yourself into, like we all know like how laborious like being a musician is,
And like you don't just decide to throw yourself into this industry unless if you like seriously cannot envision your life without it. And it's like usually in that, like somewhere along that like realization, like music comes to pull you out of some place in your life, you know, in some way. Like it does something that is so like emotionally changing and like something that is so profound that you can't, you know, you can't go any other way. And this like really, I think it encapsulates all of that, you know. But like this especially was such a powerful story.
Yeah. And especially when he said that, you know, there are days where I don't even want to meet you, but then you were there and you didn't need to say anything. And that's when I'm just like, okay.
Off the topic of what this is about, musically, like the piano, the strings.
It's great. It starts off so freely and you're not sure where the beat is. And the chords are just kind of changing. And then this rapping is sort of not like, you know, strict in time, and then it sort of just becomes in time. Or if it was in time, I just couldn't catch on with it. But then it started flowing, and it gained more momentum, and it's so natural. And at the beginning, I was thinking how like his voice almost sounds like a kid's voice. Some of the inflections, like I'm like whoa, because like there were like a lot of those.
Yeah, that was when he was switching between speaking as if the piano was talking to him.
Oh, okay.
And him talking to the piano.
But then later on, I did not expect his voice to just let out, you know, just like the instrumental. So like, it's very well done. It's very well thought out.
Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new, I'm the channel runner and producer of this series. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're curious to see what else we're going to react to in the future, go ahead and check the description for a bunch of links that I have to playlists and schedules. Also, please check our Patreon if you want to support us. Patrons get access to unedited, full-length reaction videos, access to exclusive content, as well as early access to all the videos posted on here, and more. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.